right, everybody, welcome. I'm JV Johnson, co-host of Beyond Reality Radio, and I'm here tonight to do something very, very special with my good friend Rebecca Foster, psychic medium. Rebecca, welcome. We've done this once before. We had a great time doing it last time, and here we are. And here we are again. We are. Fun. So what we're going to be doing here is taking your phone calls, and Rebecca will be doing readings. There's no charge for this. This is something that we do, Rebecca does to offer a service to people. We find, Rebecca, that when we do this, we get a lot of people that are looking for some guidance, looking for a little bit of help, and we hope everybody can walk away feeling like they've gotten a little both of those things. Right. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay, so this is what you have to do if you're interested in getting a reading. You give us a call at 607-282-4497. Again, it's 607-282-4497. If you look at your screen, you'll see that number listed there. The phone lines will get very, very busy. So if you call and you get a busy signal, just keep trying. And as we take these phone calls and do these readings, lines will open up and you'll be able to participate. Again, there's no charge for this. We also very much appreciate your comments in the Facebook live chat. Those are very, 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 very helpful for us. Plus, we like to see what people are up to, where you're calling from, that kind of thing. And at the same time, we'd appreciate it if you give our personal Facebook pages a like. Mine is at JVJ Paranormal. And Rebecca, you've got a couple, I think, but which one do you prefer people to go to? Everybody, you know what? They can go to RebeccaFoster.co, it's C-O, or they can go to godstool.com. And what about a Facebook page? My Facebook is basically / God's Reader. God's Reader. So, yeah. Okay, it's that simple. All right, so here we go. We're going to start taking phone calls. Again, the number is 607-282-4497, and Rebecca's going to start her readings. Are you ready to do this? Rebecca, are you ready to do this? I am ready to do this. Okay, let's start. Sorry, I had a distraction behind me. That's okay. That happens. Let's start. Let's start with Emily in North Carolina. Hello, Emily. Welcome to this live stream on Facebook with Rebecca Foster. Hello, and thank you. Hi. You know what? I just have I had to shrink down my other page because I could hear something in the background there. So can everybody hear each other? Emily, can you hear Rebecca? And Rebecca, can you hear Emily? Yes, I can. Yes, I'm like getting a feedback here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close off my Facebook page, and I'm going to leave it on this. Okay, does that help for you? Yes. Okay, that's better. Go. Otherwise, I was getting the reverb. Yeah, okay, can everybody hear me now? Everybody can hear you, yeah. And I think Emily can hear you pretty well, too. Yep. Okay, great. All right, so Emily, when I read for people, everything comes through symbolically. And I'm normally an eye contact person, but right now when I'm reading for people, I'm looking off into a different place. And the first thing that they're showing is, your guides are showing, is you're walking. It sounds interesting, but it almost feels like spacey. It feels space-aged. Like you have these big moon boots on, and you're walking. I can't even see what you're actually walking up, but they're trying to convey the message that you have these heavy boots on, and what it looks like that you're stepping in like a marshmallow goop or marshmallows. So what this message is for you is that the fact that you have something on your shoes, this tells me that you have the perspective, or you are feeling held back right now. That you're feeling restricted either by something, it would be external, either a person or a situation where you would be feeling like, I really want to do this, but I can't. And so what you have to figure out is the because in your life, is it a legitimate reason, such as I can't do it because I have children to take care of, or I'm caring for somebody elderly, or is it a because that is simply something that it might be a false loyalty to someone or something, and you have to make sure you figure that out. So then that's what the boots represent. But then the marshmallowy stuff that you're stepping in, it represents the whole idea of insecurity, or feeling that where you are treading life right now is not a solid situation that you can actually count on or depend on. And so it represents also that when you start hitting barriers with life, or when you start hitting walls, or you're feeling like you're being pushed out of a door, sometimes it's because
life is waiting like, okay, Emily has until Thursday at 2 to make up her mind. Otherwise, we're going to make this happen. And so if you know that you have choices to make and you're putting it off or you're procrastinating and you know you should be doing something, but you're not for whatever reason, that is saying that life is going to make something happen for you because it has to happen. And so really buckle down and decide, what are you supposed to be doing right now? What should you be doing? What's best for you? And then start on your own by making those decisions. Otherwise, it's so uncomfortable to have them happen to you rather than you making up your mind. Does that make sense, Emily?
It does.
Okay. So toxic people and situations, anything unneeded, boot it to the side and think, what does Emily need? What do I need right now? What is best? What am I supposed to do to better my life? That's what's important. So God bless you, Emily.
Thank you.
Thank you for participating and calling in, Emily. Let's go to Michelle. Michelle is calling in from Chicago. Hey, Michelle, welcome to the stream.
Hi, thank you so much.
Hi, Michelle. Are you a Bears fan?
No, I'm not.
Oh, my God.
That's sacrilegious in Chicago, but we'll overlook that for now.
You know, I'm a suburb of Chicago, so I guess I can kind of get away with it.
No. I am from a suburb of Chicago. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm still a Bears fan. Okay. All right. So, Michelle, I will forgive you just this once, Michelle. We'll forgive you this once.
I appreciate that.
Okay. So, Michelle, for you, you have this really fun energy that's really bouncy about you right now, but you're wearing these really beautiful heels. And they're red. They represent career. They represent professionalism. And so what's going on is you have this bounciness about you, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you maintain your professionalism. Make sure that you are not being too flighty or see, there's a right side and a left side to everything, and you don't want to be too risky or spontaneous or artistic, emotional, those sorts of things. You want to critically think about things right now. You want to think about things deeply and thoughtfully. Nothing risky. You want to consider if your signature's going on something, don't be like, oh my God, I'm so excited, I got to do it. Boom. You want to think, okay, what is the fine print? What is this going to all entail? What are the consequences? What are the risks? So right now it is a time for you to buckle down with that. It also means that by doing so, that you will also push yourself probably career-wise towards a promotion or towards a betterment of a job. That's all a positive thing. It just looks like you may have to do something more seriously in the way of handling a situation that it may be out of character, but it looks like it's a positive thing. It's a positive change. I'm sorry, I have a lot of little feet running around behind me.
I was wondering if you had a dance going on up above you, because that's what it sounds like.
I was like, why are y'all down here? Oh my gosh, and the dogs are now joining me. It's awesome.
Oh, cute.
Does that make sense to you, Michelle?
Yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of stuck in a position and wondering when I'm finally going to move forward, take that where I need to be.
Okay, you're going to have to remove all emotion from your decisions. Anything that you feel from the decisions, it's going to have to be more of just a buckling down in the idea of risk-taking and so forth, rather than, you won't be able to emotionally, if you remove the emotion from the decisions right now, it'll help you to look at things clearer. And that can be hard, especially when we rely so much on emotion and intuition to figure things out. But the emotion right now, emotion can sometimes take you the wrong direction because we'll feel something, and it may not be our gut that we're listening to, it's our heart, which are it's a fine line, but they're kind of like two different things. And you really want to listen to your gut or your mind. And if we are emotionally considering something, believe me, I'm an emotional purchaser. I mean, I'd be like, oh my God, I got to have that. Oh, I got to have this. That's why I have every collection. I don't, that kind of a thing. Positive choices.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Michelle, for calling in from Thank you, and we'll forgive the no Bears fan. I mean, I'm not a Bears fan because I'm a Giants fan, but I'm in New York. I have an excuse, right?
Exactly. I don't expect you to be a Bears fan, but come on.
Michelle. Hey, listen, if you're just tuning into this broadcast, this is a Readings with Rebecca. It's kind of a special edition. We've done this one other time. We're doing it again tonight. We're going to try to do it on a regular basis. I don't know if our schedules are both kind of crazy, so sometimes it's hard to plan any given, frequency, but we're certainly continue to do it. And how to participate, the best way is to try to get through on the phone lines. And I'm going to warn you, they're very, very busy. In fact, they're all full right now. But keep trying. The number is 607-287-4497. So you just keep trying that number, and hopefully you'll get through. So let's go to, this is Sonja. Sonja is in Michigan. Hi, Sonja. Welcome to the live stream.
Thank you.
Hi, Sonja. The first, I can tell you that I'm sorry, I know I'm cutting off. I just don't want to miss this. You have a dog coming through, and I look at this and I think black and tan, maybe a shepherd or a Rottweiler-sized dog. But you've got this dog coming through, and you've got a gentleman coming through from behind him as well. And this person, I feel immediately like, boom, like I'm smacked in the chest, like really hard. Like I'm supposed to acknowledge something with the chest. I don't know if it means a heart attack or being hit in the chest, but I could feel like he like whacks me and wants me to acknowledge that. And it's funny because he's walking this dog. So I saw the dog first, but the dog's on a leash and he's walking the dog. So wants me to at least acknowledge that to you. And I'm wondering if it's a motorcycle. I think I'm supposed to mention a motorcycle or owning a motorcycle, having a motorcycle.
Right.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm wondering if he would have just, I mean, you get on the back of a bike, you put a bandana on your head, at least women do, because it protects your hair from going all crazy. But he wants me to acknowledge a bandana, and it's funny because his character too, he's like doing the whole Karate Kid thing. Like he's putting his arms out and he's like, whoa, and he's like kicking his leg up. So he's trying to be funny at the same time. He's in blue jeans and what looks like a t-shirt or a sleeveless shirt. And I'm wondering if that's a vest of some kind or something that he's wearing over it. But he wants me to at least acknowledge just casual dress. And I think height-wise, I would think he's got to be at least 6 foot tall minimum because he looks like a bigger guy, taller at least. And Sonja, but there's a different name for you. Not calling you Sonja though. It's a different. It's like a. I want to call you something sweet. Like I want to call you jelly beans, or I want to call you something like a candy of some kind. I don't know why he wants me to talk about this, but he's like referring to you as something other than Sonja, like something. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And it's like a sweet, like I don't know. It's like it almost sounded like beans or jelly beans or something. That he's trying to get me to acknowledge, and wants me to talk about a finger, or maybe a broken finger, or a crooked finger, or something with a finger, and I think it's a ring finger. Like he wants me to talk about a ring finger. Like he's
okay.
It's either crooked or bent or missing. I'm not sure, but he wants me to talk about a finger. And his hands look like people's hands who are tough, that work on things and are busy. They're not like somebody who would be working in an office and has a manicure. They look like they work on things. They're strong hands. So and a T. I think this is a T that is coming through. I think it's a T. It sounds almost like a T.
Okay.
And just repeatedly walking by with this dog. So I'm not sure if this is your dog or a dog that is passed over or associated with him, but just keeps wanting me to acknowledge this to you. So does this stuff make sense to you? Like, am I on the track?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. So somebody's saying hi, waving hi. And the one thing as he's walking away, he said, this time I'm going to take a different road. This time I'm taking a different road. So I don't know if that makes any sense either, pertaining to maybe something he had previously talked about. But it's like he would normally go this way. And he's saying, no, I think I'll go this way this time. So taking a different route, an easier route, something along that line, interpretation. So it's very cool. Yay.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Sonja. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, thank you, Sonja. Again, if you're trying to get through and you're getting a busy signal, that's because the phone lines are all busy. But just keep trying. Again, the number is 607-282-4497. Let's go to Diane. Diane is in California. Hi, Diane. Welcome to the live stream.
Hi.
Hi, Diane.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. So Diane, for you, the first thing that they show you is standing in a garden. And the garden looks like it is full of yellow flowers, sunflowers, all sorts of flowers. And I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And I don't know, 50 rows of flowers back. So we're talking a lot of flowers. Now, flowers, the garden represents a person's ability to give of themselves. And what it also represents is the energy and the strength that we get from spirit, from God, from the entity that we worship. And it basically, the bigger your garden, the more you're giving of yourself. And I'm not talking from your wallet or something monetary. This is your energy, your time. It's who you give of yourself. And the larger the garden, the more work there is set out for you. So basically what this is saying is that you have, you may have been on vacation recently, or you may have been just sitting back, probably not. But right now, the way that this garden is full, this is telling me that you've got something massive about to happen in your life where you are going to be putting a lot of energy forward. Hey, maybe you're even a teacher, because that would make sense. But it's full. This garden is full. So you are not going to be able to rely solely on your own personal strength of getting 8 hours of sleep and eating right. You might be physically and mentally exhausted during this process. And basically he's saying to you, I'm going to give you the strength that you need to finish this task for me. And so I'm letting you know that once everything hits the fan and things start rolling, you go, this was meant to be. I was supposed to be doing this. Good outcomes, good things to come, and that you're doing something very worthy of not only for yourself but the people around you. So very interesting though. So it's not a bad thing. It's like a blessing. And you got your gardening hat on, you got your hoe and your little thing and your culottes and your boots and your wheelbarrow. you're ready to garden. So regardless of what the human part of you knows, your spirit is ready to go to town.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying so much.
Good. Good. What do you do for a living, may I ask?
Actually, I'm pretty much a stay-at-home mom. I don't work because of health conditions, but I have adopted my niece and nephew, and actually with my 13-year-old niece, she has a lot of mental disorders, and there is a big decision that's come up with her that I'm having to make because of those.
And I bet you, I already know what you're going to end up choosing based on this garden. So
yeah.
You have the strength to do it. You can do it. God is basically saying, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, and I know I need to do it for her, and it's temporary, and she's hating me for it, but, I have to do it.
Yeah. So you just keep on relying on God and your strength and just feed off of Him, and you keep planting those seeds for you. So every time you need to pull a flower for yourself or for someone else, it'll be there.
Diane, thank you so much for the phone call. Diane. Yeah, thanks for participating. Let's go to Alicia from Pennsylvania. Hi, Alicia. Welcome to the live stream.
Hi, thank you so much.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Okay. So, Alicia, the one thing that comes up for you is, when I read for people, I see a beach. That's where my guides always have talked to me. It's where they have taught me things. And beyond the beach, up the dunes, is a house. The house represents a person specifically. When I go inside the house, which I rarely do, I don't always go in the house, but when I set foot in the house, there is a kitchen and there's a window. And out of the window is a backyard. I know I'm going to get there. I promise I'll get there. And in this backyard represents hopes and dreams. And in the back, this backyard is full of so many things that you have put off and set aside for yourself, for other people. basically just kind of making a concession here or there, just letting something go. I'll get to that later. I'll do that later. And I'm watching and I'm looking out, I'm going, this stuff is all about to come to fruition for you. It's all about to present itself. And you're going to have like a second chance with some of these things that you have pushed aside. And one of them might even be learning something or going back to school, education of some kind. And so you definitely want to delve into that idea if it crops up to you, either through a workplace or on your own. But education is one thing. And then there's a man back there. And this would be somebody that I would think would have passed rather young, like an adult, but rather young. And I'm just trying to listen to him really quickly, but he's standing out there and he's kind of got his arms and he's like, look at this, it's beautiful. And he's talking about your backyard. And I'm wondering if this is like a brother or a sibling or something, or a family, not like a friend, but family member. Because it almost sounded like he was like, hey, sis, or come on, sis. It almost sounded affectionate like that. And interesting enough, it almost looks like there's so much going on in your backyard. You also have like a convertible back there. Convertibles are, they're like horses. They represent wanting to just get in and go and experience and be free to figure things out, which may not always be the possibility, but it's there. And this pillar with this big tome, this huge book on it that represents education and learning. And then a mirror, which represents self and doing for self and taking care of self and experiencing self. And so it almost looks like these things are all going to crop up for you to do. And it's like, it's saying it's time, because you're looking out the window, like just staring like, this is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. And finally you're going to be able to do it. That possibility is going to crop. And so don't push it aside again, because we only get a second chance once. So, but you obviously have somebody who's watching out for you, who's passed over, and they may not have passed as an adult, but they would definitely be close in your age at this point. Interesting enough, it's like he's saying, sis. I'm wondering if maybe there's a sibling that would have passed either just before or after you. And
no, I don't have any idea who that could be.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if, because I'm looking at him and I'm thinking he's got to be about my age, which is like 29, and you're only like what, 28, 30. So you, it was funny, but
I'm 48.
Okay. Well, I was joking. So I'm 27 and you're like 28 or 30. And so he's right around that age, which means it's very possible that maybe he was a sibling that was miscarried or lost, and that he's watching out for you from that side. And he's calling you sis. So if there's any way to find out if that's a possibility for you, it would give you the idea of, oh, okay, now I know what she was talking about. Yeah. Okay. It's very cool, though. Yeah, it's very cool.
Wait, so you're saying that he looks like he's in his mid-20s?
No, he looks like he's probably about 45 or 46.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I'm wondering if he was, and you're 48, you said. So I would think that maybe he would have been a sibling that was lost and maybe not known, but by choice on his end, like choosing to stay back and to be a guide.
Alicia, thank you for the phone call. I hope at some point that's going to make sense for you. Sounds like you might be onto something there. So we go from Alicia to Alicia. One's spelled with a C and one's an SH, but this is Alicia in Pennsylvania. Wait, is this the same Alicia? Did we?
No.
This is a different Alicia one. In Pennsylvania. Wow. Okay. All right. Hey, welcome to the live stream, Alicia.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Welcome. All right. So with you, the first thing, your energy smells like cake. I know.
Yum.
You smell like
cake. Love cake.
Yes, smell like cake. You just have a very inviting energy, and the kind that is. It's funny because I want to say a no drama energy, but you're also the one that people come to and tell everything to. So even if, I don't see you exacerbating it and making it huge and bigger. It's just that not being a drama individual, but yet having people talk to you about everything. What are you going to do? It's interesting, but you have a beacon energy, and I wonder if you even realize it because you don't take things so seriously that you take it all personally and take it to heart. So what I mean is when you have a beacon energy or a beacon that's set out, and it basically, the light is shining, the people out on the water, people who are lost, people who are in need, people who are little black clouds over their heads, that kind of a thing. They will find you and they will be attracted to you. They'll be like, oh, there's a beacon, there's a light, let's go find some safety. And so everybody with problems is coming to you. And you aren't taking it to the point where you're like, I'm the beacon. You can come to me, talk to me about everything. You're not like that. It's more just like you're an ear sitting there at the table and everybody wants to just talk it off. And it's very lighthearted. And I think that's why people come to you, because you do not make it super deep and super serious. You really try to bring a little bit of light to a difficult situation. So I think maybe to give you a confirmation as to who you are and what you are in this life, and that a lot of your purpose is just where you are needed with people. That in a certain moment, you might even, it's funny because they like put you at a table with a friend and a stranger, and then all of a sudden the stranger is talking to you like you've known her for 20 years. It's that kind of a thing they want me to convey.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. And do you have a little boy around you as well?
That's passed.
Very possibly a little towhead, like a little blonde.
I've been told that.
Yes.
I've been told two separate people have told me that they thought that it was a girl and that they just resembled a boy with very, very short blonde hair. I've been told that I had a boy. Mm-hmm. I don't really know because he was lost then, or she.
Yeah, I look and I think that really looks like a little, I mean, the energy is even very boy-like. It looks like a boy. Its energy feels like a boy. And the way he's saying mama, I'm thinking that's a boy. And it can be very well, misinterpreted. It's not an exact science, but this child is definitely around you, like on your leg. Now, are you wearing like, are you sitting on like a stool of some kind or up higher on a chair that's not a low kitchen chair?
Not right now. No.
Do you have like those bar stools? Do you have like the higher bar stools or higher table chairs?
My grandma did.
Interesting. And what are you wearing? Are you wearing? I hate asking questions, but I'm trying to remotely see you. Are you wearing like red shorts or what?
I said you can ask me anything you want.
Yeah, it just looks. The little boy wants me to acknowledge like red shorts or red sandals or something red, and I'm wondering too. It looks like a knee, like a scar or something on the knee. He wants me to acknowledge, like a bad knee or something. Wants me to. Seriously, it looks like a leg with shorts and sandals, and then a scar on the knee or a scar. So is this you or is this a sister of yours that this would resemble? Somebody who's had like knee surgery or something with their knee?
My mom had knee surgery.
Okay.
Or leg surgery.
Does she tan real easily?
On my knee.
Does she tan real easily?
Red.
Yeah, you guys are kind of cutting each other off there. Alicia said she's not wearing red, Rebecca.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe ask your mom what color she's wearing today.
Pink.
Pink? Okay.
Yeah, she's wearing pink.
She's wearing pink that you just checked?
No, my daughter's here. She just came from my mom's house. So I just asked her what she was wearing, and she said she was wearing red, or she was wearing pink, not red.
Okay, Leah, and then does a cornucopia make any sense to you? Does a cornucopia make any sense to you?
Oh, my God. Yeah, my grandma, Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm wondering, this little boy must be around quite a bit if he's traveling with you. I mean, because it looks like he's like hooked right to your hip. So if he's around grandma and your grandma, and is there an E around grandpa, like Ed or something like that, a short E sound?
We called my grandpa Pappy, but his name was James.
James?
Lefty, we called him. Yeah, his nickname was Lefty. He was the only left-handed.
Lefty, okay. And he's passed over now, though.
Yes.
Okay. And then before I let you go, supposed to talk about something on his forearm, like a tattoo or a mark or something on his forearm. And I would think it might be on the inside of his arm. I don't know. I'm supposed to talk about the arms and his skin. And I don't know if that's an IV or I don't know if it's bruises or a tattoo, but there's definitely something on his arm. So maybe you ask your mom about that.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Alicia.
Yeah, I could go on. Believe me, I get caught up talking to these guys.
Yeah, and just so folks know, we have to keep these readings somewhat abbreviated because we've got so many people calling in, and we only have about an hour to do this. So it does go pretty quickly. And if you want to find out more information about how you can get a personalized reading with Rebecca, again, the website is the best place to go to, right?
Absolutely. People can go to my website, RebeccaFoster.co. It's also godstool.com. Or you can go to facebook.com/God's Reader. I'm always on there. And you just keep, message. My phone's on all the time, so I always get the messages. It just may take me a little bit to get back to you. I'll give you a thumbs up like, hey, I got your message, or I'll let you know I've got it. It just may not be right now that I can reply.
All right, let's go to Laura. Laura is in North Carolina. Hey, Laura, welcome to the live stream with Rebecca Foster.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear us, Laura?
Yes, I can.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I the first thing that I see for you, Laura, is that you are out what appears like on a little boat. And it's a narrow, little, tiny fishing boat. And you're sitting there and you kind of like have your knees pulled up to you and you're just sitting there very quietly and very patiently. And it does not look like you are anchored down. And there's really no waves. So nothing is pushing you back to your beach. You're just thinking and contemplating. Now, what's interesting is that I have found recently, like, when I'm doing this, is anchors a lot of time will represent, and this was like a smack in the face the other day to me, but anchors will really represent spirit and how spirit is working in your life. And the fact that you're kind of just out on the water in this boat, which is fine, you're not in the water, which is good, but the lack of an anchor means that you may be right now in a place where you are relying too much on yourself. You are really trying to do everything on your own. You are trying to make things happen on your own. You are trying to make the right moves on your own. It can put a lot of stress on a person. And by doing that, by not having another source to really go to or talk to, I wouldn't be able to survive without it, but by knowing and turning to who you pray to, right now would be one of the best times to do that, because what it's saying is that you're basically saying, I am unsure which direction to go in right now, and so I'm just going to let this go and give it to you. It's one of the best feelings, because then you can just like run around like a child after you give up that responsibility, like, here you go, I can't deal with it anymore. And then you can just go play and do whatever you want to do, and then it all kind of falls into place. It's like, that's what I'm being told to tell you, is right now you have to let go of the reins. You have to let go of trying to figure things out and let spirit handle it for you. I once saw a picture of a hand holding a rope, and the rope was pulled really tightly on the hand, and the caption was, sometimes hanging on hurts more than letting go. And so you could see it, like the hand is shredded. That's one of the things. The other part is that not being on your beach, you would have gone out onto the water to seek out opportunities for yourself, to improve yourself, to make things better for yourself. And now you're out there going, I really don't know what I want to improve, how I'm going to improve this. I'm not sure if it's out here or if it's back on my beach. And if I try to put you back on your beach, you're like, no, I'm not ready yet. So that means that life as it is right now for you is not where you want it to be, that there are changes that need to be made. And sometimes we know what those are, but they're really hard to make. So you just have to let go, like let God tie your shoes for you right now and just let it go. Like take your hands away and let him do it for you. It's very important.
Okay.
All right.
I hope that helps you out.
Thank you for the call, Laura. And sometimes this does get emotional too, so that's okay. Yeah. That is perfectly okay. Yes. We're going to go now to Janet Janet's in Kansas. Hey, Janet, welcome to the live stream with Rebecca Foster.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Janet.
Hi.
Okay, Janet, you have so much going on, okay? I'm going to have to go with the spiritual thing here for 500, okay? So you have what looks like 3 women around you who are passed over that you all look alike. I think your hair color might be different, but there's one that stands out to me that is a brunette, and her hair would be longer, but it looks like it's in a beehive or something. Like she would have ratted her hair and like put it up higher. And it looks like this is how she would have, maybe with some combs on the side. But this woman is standing in front. And then there's 2 other women, and then there's a little dog with them as well. And it smells like roast beef. I mean, this room that I'm in with them smells like roast beef and gravy and Sunday dinner is really what it smells like. It's fun. It's like there's a party going on the other side. You really must have a lot of loss of family and friends around you on this plane who are celebrating on the other side right now. And they're not really doing anything but waving. They're waving, and I'm supposed to tell you that it is going to turn out okay. This is going to be okay. And so you must be having a question or something about health, and they're saying it's all going to be okay. And they're saying that it's not time, and I'm not sure if that means for you or for someone that you're concerned about, but they're saying it's not time yet. And they're going to keep playing cards without that extra person in the seat or something, because there's 3 of them. I think if you're playing pinochle or spades, you need 4, right? Because each person needs a pair.
Yes.
So they're saying they're going to just keep playing different games until, whatever, but they're saying it's not time right now. And I swear that tastes like, I don't know, it's some kind of liqueur. I don't know, because I don't drink much, but I drink wine, and it doesn't taste like wine. It doesn't taste like beer. I hate beer, and it doesn't taste like beer. But I don't know what it is. I'd have to say it's a liqueur, though, not wine or beer. And it's fizzy. I don't know if that helps, but you have a lot of people around you that are loud. They're laughing and loud and having fun. So I'm supposed to tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Janet.
Does that make sense to you?
Oh, not about the alcohol.
No, it's like a liqueur. It's like coffee liqueur or it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't call it like a mimosa because I don't taste the orange, but it's got to be fizzy or something. It's not. It's like a party kind of a drink, like a coffee liqueur, like something after dinner.
Okay.
Sometimes these readings, Jenna, thank you for the phone call. Sometimes they don't make sense at the moment, and then at a point, something clicks, and you're like, now I get it. That happens a lot, doesn't it, Rebecca?
Time. People will be on the phone with me, and they're like, I don't know, I can't recollect. It's because we tend to search outward for our answers, and it's stuff that's right in front of us. So people don't realize it until we get off the phone, and then I'll get an email, and it's like, oh, now I know what you're talking about. This is what that was, or this is what you were talking about, and now it makes sense. And so it lets me know that I'm absolutely not crazy. So, yeah.
And again, we apologize for all of you who are trying to get through on the phones. From the moment we started, they've been full. And so the only time they free up is when we finish with a reading. So let's go to Liana in Tennessee. Hey, Liana, welcome to the live stream with Rebecca.
Hello.
Hi, Liana.
Hi.
All right. Let's take a peek here. So for you, the first thing that your guides show is that you are walking almost to an edge of a clearing, and in a forest environment, it represents going through something alone. And it doesn't have to be bad that you're going through it alone. It could be getting a degree. People don't understand the amount of work that goes into something like that. It could be going to work. It shows you accomplishing something alone by your own energy, by your own determination. And it's a narrower path, so it's also requiring a lot of strength, not only from yourself, from the other side. And the coloring represents like the canopy. It's darker green, and that is just the density of the forest around you. There's really nothing that you really can't see much. There's not a lot of light that's let in. So it can also be a time of personal question and transition of who am I? What do I want to do? Who do I want to become? And so what they're showing is you are right about with a 2 or a 3. So 2 days from now, 3 days from now. And we have a full moon, I think, on Saturday. And full moons will also represent the culmination, the manifestation of things over the past couple of weeks. So you may even have your answer by Saturday for this. But you come to a clearing, and this clearing is going to represent your answers. It represents all of a sudden all of this pool of information. Now you've got the idea, the direction, and the answers that you need to figure out, do I want to go straight or right? And it's funny because I'm looking and I don't see, straight or left, because I don't see a right turn. So that tells me that you're either going to continue on the path that you're going right now, which may not be exactly what you want, or you're going to take the information that you get when you enter into this clearing and you're going to go, now I know what I have to do, and you're going to make a left turn. And a left turn always represents the riskier path, the one you've never done before, the scarier one. And so just know that all of the questions you've been asking yourself along the current path, maybe it's mundane, maybe it's just like, this is just boring and I don't want to do it anymore and nobody else understands what you're going through. That clarity is going to come to you, and you're going to make up your mind that you're either going to continue doing what you're doing or you're going to take a left turn. And I suggest taking the left turn, doing something you've never done before. So hope that helps you when it comes.
Okay. All right, Liana, thank you so much for your phone call. Let's see. Yeah, we've got Katie now. Katie's in North Carolina. Hey, Katie.
Hi.
Hi, Katie. Thanks for calling in.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Katie, I'm going to throw you on your beach because they showed me a whole bunch of stuff, and I can't do all that right now. So I'm going to throw you on your beach because I can, because I just pick people up and I drop them. And when I set you down, you kind of brush yourself off. It's probably the type of person you are that when you fall down, you get up and brush yourself off. And
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And you go like this, and now to your left is the water, and to the right is the rest of the beach. And you kind of go like this, and you're like, no. And you start walking. So by you doing that, that tells me that right now is not the time for you to venture out. Now is not the time to try new things or to have to go gather new resources. Basically, you're just like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm not dealing with the problems, the situation. I don't care. I don't want any. I'm just going to go this way. I'm going to mind my own business and go this way. And so what it's also saying is that everything that you need right now, resources, direction, just trust of yourself and your own way of thinking, that is what you're doing. And it's important too, because it just means, it's like saying, do not worry, do not get involved, don't stress out. You don't have to. Everything is kind of set in front of you. And it's funny because they showed all this stuff, which means you are a busy person. And it's like, I wouldn't doubt that you have 2 or 3 jobs. I wouldn't doubt that you are like a working person who is constantly busy, that is always doing for self and others. And you just look like you're not an idle individual. I don't see you sitting down. And another part of it too is that you're a caring individual from what I see. Like, you will take care of people, but the moment you see them relying too much on your caring, or that you feel like maybe I'm enabling this behavior, you like cut it loose. You're done. You are a tough loving mama at that point. And you that shows leadership, because you don't want to manage people, you want to lead them, and you are a good leader. I would say that you probably have the ability and personality to run offices, to run departments, to run a dispatch, to run stuff that's difficult, that takes quicksilver and it takes quick thinking, and somebody who can take a whole bunch of phones at the same time and go, yeah. You have the ability to organize. And so if you've ever questioned, what am I doing? This is definitely it. Now, the only thing that I hear that you need to watch is like your stomach, because you do look like you have a sensitive stomach. Like, that's where you push everything. You bring it in and you go gulp and you swallow it and you take it to your stomach. And so watching stomach health, any kind of sensitivities to food, any heartburn, anything like that, pull all of your issues, pains, and everything out, and you probably find that you have no more stomach issues. But other than that, you look good. Other than that, like, you look good health-wise. Does that make any sense to you?
Did that make sense? Anything click there for you, Katie?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was a manager for a very long time. So
great. Good. Well, that's what we like to hear. Thank you for the phone call. Let's continue with our calls here. We're going to run out of time before we run out of phone calls. This is Angela in Ohio. Hey, Angela, welcome to the stream.
Hello. How is everyone?
Hi, Angela. I just drove through Ohio. Hello. I should wave to you, but I didn't know. Okay. Let's see here. I did. I drove all the way to Virginia. So, all right. Let's see here, Angela. The first thing, you have a gentleman that's coming through, and he smells like, what is this flower? I don't think it's a rose. I don't know if it's a lily or hibiscus. It's a flower, though, and it doesn't look like a rose, but it looks more like something that splays. So a lily or an orchid, a hibiscus, it's opening up. It's not a rose. And he wants me to acknowledge sitting at a round table or a kitchen table. And it's the kind that you sit up against, and it's either got a tablecloth or plastic across the top. I can hear the crunch as you sit down, like pushing the tablecloth under. And where'd he go? It's interesting. He smells like he's trying to get me to acknowledge this flower for you. So I'm assuming that this would be like a husband, a spousal, or a love interest. And it's like a whole mess of flower smell, like giving you a bouquet. And do you have lighter hair? Like, is your hair blonde or is it lighter?
Yeah, I used to have a lot of blonde hair. Now it's going dark.
Okay.
Going gray.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so going gray. Okay. Is it longer? Do you like pull it back or pull it up or something?
Yes.
And I'm wondering if this is either spouse or father figure. But you're talking about, you're like sitting there like this, and you got your head on the table, and you're like, you're by yourself, and you're like rubbing your head, and you're really trying to rub the thought in. And it sounded like you said, like, where am I going to get the money for that? And this person puts his hand on your back and says it's going to be okay. That there is a bridge, a bridge that's about to open up for you. What that means to me, what he is trying to convey to me, is that there's going to be some form of a financial blessing that's going to be coming your way. And it's not a handout. It's nothing like that. This is something that you will have to obtain, but it's going to come to you. And that means you're going to end up crossing over a bridge, or you're going to be walking through a doorway that will be provided to you. It's not something you're going to go find. It'll be something that presents itself to you. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Is there a J around? Is there the J letter around you? Does that make any sense?
Yes.
J. Anyone who's passed with a J?
Yes, my dad. Well,
okay.
No.
This must be him.
My brother John. That's the first person I thought of when you said flowers. He used to come in, because I was a floor designer, and he used to come in and buy flowers for his girlfriend.
Okay. This must be him. And that's very cool. He's trying to convey that to you, that the flowers things. That's really cool. But he's got, he's just got his hand on your back, just saying it's going to be okay. It's about to work out for you. So I don't consult the dead. If they've got something to say, I will repeat it 100%. And he gave that to you all on his own. So something a financial break is going to come to you, he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know. You're going to have to say, Rebecca, this is what he was talking about.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you'll have to reach out to me and let me know what that is.
Thank you for the phone call, Angela, and participating in this. Let's now go to Bailey. Hey, Bailey, welcome to the program.
Hi. Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Hi, Bailey. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Let's see. What is going on with Bailey? Where are you?
I'm at my parents'. Oh, you mean like state?
No, I'm looking for you on your beach.
Oh, sorry.
You're all good.
I'm nervous.
I'll tell people, I'm like, okay, I see you on your beach. Like, no, I hate beaches. I would never be on a beach. Well, it's all good. For now, you're on your beach. Okay, so you're on your beach, which is good, but it's funny because you have this big backpack on and you're like holding the backpack straps like this, and you're standing at a V, and you are going like, you're looking this way or this way. Well, they want me to go this way, but I wonder if this is going to have a little more excitement, a little more interest. So what it's basically saying right now is that you may get advice from people around you saying, look, I've done this. I've been there. I've experienced this. You really go this way. It's like a straight shot. You just go from here. You go up here. Bam, you're there. But your energy is really tending towards this, this may not be the straight shot, but the zigzags may be a little more interesting. And what's interesting about it is I would normally tell you to listen to the people around you. However, this pathway that looks a little more interesting, it really does look like it's more interesting. And it looks like there's more lessons for you to learn here. And it also looks like there is a love interest down this pathway. And I do not read for people simply to say, oh, you're going to get married, you're going to meet. I don't like to do that. However, they are telling me to tell you this. And I'm wondering if it's because it's going to clear up another situation, knowing that something else is coming along. So not that you're going to grapevine or you're going to vine and carry yourself to someone else. It's just a reassurance of things that are yet to come for you. And it would be a love interest that is not so much a relationship, but one that helps guide you and bridge you from one direction to the next. Because whatever you're doing right now for education or work is not what you're going to be doing. He's like, you change that. Somehow this changes. I would love to put you in the medical field. I'd like to make you like a sonographer or a radiologist or something like that. You just have this really awesome, comforting energy that makes people feel good about themselves. Definitely.
It's
really
funny
cool.
You say that because I'm starting to get into the medical field.
Good. I bet that's where you're going to end up going. And I'm wondering if this person becomes a strong enough connection for you that they introduce you to certain aspects of the healthcare field that you find appealing, and that's where you go with it. But I would love to put you in an office like that, taking care of people, especially like doing sonography and baby ultrasounds. How much fun is that? Oh, you should go.
No, that's amazing. I work with kids now, and I wasn't sure that I was in the right place, but maybe I am.
Right? You're going in the right direction. You just have to catch them before they're out.
Yeah.
You'll have to keep me posted on that.
Bailey, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. We have to move on so we can get everybody in before we have to end this, because we said we were going to do about an hour. I'm assuming, Rebecca, if we do an hour and 10 minutes, you're going to be okay with that.
I might turn into a pumpkin, but that's okay.
That's okay, too. All right, let's go to Christina. Christina's calling from Kentucky. Hey, Christina, welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Hi, Christina.
How are you?
I'm good. Okay, Christina, the first thing that your guides are telling me is it's time for you to break habits. And I'm not thinking it's like, you must have, I recognize your energy. I do. You must have an addictive personality, to where it could be collecting things. It could be whatever it is. If you get into it, if you like it, you may become addicted to it. So that also leads to people, certain feelings and things. And what your guides are telling you is right now is a time of breaking of old habits. So think of anything in your life that's toxic, people, certain types of people. You may even, everybody has a type. We all go for certain things where people are concerned. So if this is relationship wise, you want to look at things people say that you recognize that they do, certain behaviors, and the moment you see that, you're like, oh my God, I know somebody who used to do that. That's bad. Nope, so bye-bye. Recognize before you have to learn the lesson over again. And right now is a time of cutting cords and breaking bad habits. So for you, one of the things that you can do, and look this up online if you want more information about it, but one thing, in just a quick summary about it, is basically just invoking Archangel Michael and asking him to come cut the cords of those that are living, dead, or otherwise that wish to cause you harm. And then ask him to cut the cords and just see him like this spectacular Archangel Michael with this huge blue glowing sword, and watch him like slice down on all sides of you, front, back, side, left, right, top, and feet. And as each slice comes down, envision, and everybody who's listening should do this. It's amazing. And see all these cords just falling every time it's cut. And it gives you freedom. One of the best things to do is do it before you go to bed, because you'll go to sleep doing this. And it will also, like, if you find yourself in your head having conversations with people and talking to yourself, because I think I do that too. I think everybody does it, where you wish you would have said something differently, or if you find yourself having a conversation with someone who's not there, this means that you still have cords of attachment. Maybe it's an ex, maybe it's whatever. Cut those cords too. Boom. All the way around you. Envision their cords and see that person, their cords cut. It is definitely a time of release for you. It's a time for you to take care of yourself. And one of the ways of doing that is to just basically get rid of the toxic individuals around you and saying no to everything. Just no, I love that mug, but I'm not going to buy it because there's 40 of them and I want all of them right now. That kind of addiction, that kind of thing, just really getting into something. And it's, you have this, you have one, before we go, you have to be okay with yourself. You have to think, where have I had pains and issues and scars, and why is it there? And then envision yourself filling that in with you. Like laughter is going here, and a night at the movies by yourself is filling in here, and up here is a dinner by yourself, out by yourself, doing nothing. And loving yourself and being comfortable with yourself. When you do that, the right people are going to enter your life. And it looks like there are just people who are not at a high enough standard that are around you for you to lift yourself up to where you're supposed to be. So anybody who's okay with the mediocre, great, you can remain friends with them, but start drawing in these positive things around you and lifting yourself and putting yourself at a higher standard, and watch what happens for yourself. It's important that you do it, and think highly of yourself. Really love yourself and think highly of yourself. Nobody else is going to do it. So God bless you, and I hope that makes sense.
Thanks for the...
It makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Good, Christina. Thank you for calling in.
Welcome.
Just letting people know, we're not going to be taking any more phone calls. We're going to get through the phone callers that are on hold right now. And that's going to be it for tonight. We just can't do it all night. I actually have a radio show to do at midnight. Rebecca's got other things she needs to do, plus probably sleep at some point, right? I mean, do you sleep? I'm not even sure you do.
I wake up all the time because I hear things or I see things. And seriously, I know we have to do this quickly, but my son was really upset with me last night, and he was in bed talking to his Pooh Bear. And I was like, crap, he's talking to Pooh Bear. He's going to put so much energy into that thing. I'm going to wake up and Pooh is going to be walking into my room, like going to beat my butt for being a bad mom, put my kid to bed without a tablet. Bad mommy.
Oh boy. All right, let's go to Riley. Riley's in New York. Hey Riley, welcome to the live stream with Rebecca Foster.
Hi.
Hi Riley, how are you?
How are you?
I am good. All right. Where are you calling from, Riley?
New York.
Wow, yay. All the way out in New York. Well,
New York City? New York City or New York State, Riley?
New York State.
Where in New York State? Can you tell us?
Almond.
You're being coached. Okay. Riley, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
12. Okay. Just so we know. Okay, Rebecca.
Right. Okay. Good to know, Riley. All right. So, Riley, let's take a peek at you. All right. So, first off, Riley, I could tell you anything and it's going to come true because you're 12. So, I'm going to steer away from that. I'm going to ask your guides for some information. It appears that you must either see or hear things around you. And I would think that maybe if you were to ask your mom or somebody around you, if you've ever been awoken at night or if you had night terrors or anything of that sort, I think this would have been something that started when you were younger. But it appears that you must have a grandfather or someone who visits you. And I don't know if you see them or if you communicate with them, but it looks as if it... Now, are you into like science or space or something, Riley?
Sort of.
Interesting. Because I see a huge galaxy like on the wall next to you, and it's swirling. And so that's really interesting in itself, because if you aren't yet, I wouldn't doubt that you end up in a scientific direction of physics, astronomy, and not astrology, totally different, but astronomy. And I think from what it looks like, if what I am seeing is correct, you would be pulled in a scientific direction because it's like you're cross-dimensional. Have you ever, I hate asking questions, but have you ever communicated with someone who on the other side? Have you ever seen anything like that?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, hone it. If you're 12 and you aren't afraid of people coming through to talk to you, it means that you're able to do kind of what I'm doing, cross-dimensional, and it would be important for you to continue that gift. And as long as you continue seeing and experiencing what you are and you're okay with it, you will have a magnificent gift honed throughout life that you can use for yourself and to help others. But I would also say, as far as careers go, definitely look at science, NASA, astronomy, that kind of a thing. It would be very cool. It looks like it might be just like you would fall into it. But the other part, the gifted part, don't let it go. Don't be afraid of it. Hang on to it. And know that someone such as yourself, especially being young, that if you are gifted in a way that you can see ghosts or you can see those that have passed over, also know that there is other things out there that if you're working to help people who are living that are dealing with somebody that's passed over, and you're helping them with the grieving process, you're also going to have other things there that are going to be like, nope, we don't want Riley helping. So just know that you aren't crazy and continue to build your gift. And if you have any questions, you are more than welcome to message me.
And Riley, play. Have some fun, too. You're 12.
Yeah, absolutely. But we all figure that's going to happen anyway, right?
Yeah, of course. You got to enjoy yourself when you're 12. Thanks for calling in, Riley. We appreciate it. And, okay, let's take our final phone call of the night. This is Stephanie. Stephanie's been waiting on hold for a very, very long time from North Carolina. Hey, Stephanie. Welcome to the stream with Rebecca Foster.
Thank you very much.
Hi,
Rebecca,
Stephanie.
I have been seeing shadow people, and I feel like someone is around me. Can you help me, please, to give me some peace?
Right. Okay. Well, the fact that you are probably seeing it out of the corner of your eye and you look and they're not there, or if you can see them in the corner of a room and you can see the energy shift, it's very interesting. And they're trying to manifest, obviously, whoever this is, it feels male and trying to manifest around you to get you to see it and recognize it. But they're funny because the moment you see them, they vanish or they bolt. It's like they are playing tricks on your eyes. It's like they want you to know they're there, but they're not. Now, but they don't. And it's funny when I look at you, it's I don't think that this energy is like attached to you or is directing its energy to you, like specifically. Not all the time. And that makes me feel like it must be using somewhere around your home, either right out your front door or something as like a portal that feels like it comes through the front door, past a closet and like a hallway, and then it's disappearing. And wait a second, I have to clarify that. Yeah, it's interesting because I'm wondering, as soon as it came in, it went and it like turned, and then all of a sudden it looks like it's walking through the basement, and then it shoots through another direction. It was funny how it shows it doing that, because I would think you would have to be near water, like a river, or you'd have to have a lake or something close to a well, but you'd have to have something near you, that would help this energy to manifest. And what I was saying before is that it's not directly attracted to you or focusing its energy on you. It does see you. It does recognize you. It almost feels interdimensional. It feels almost as if it's an energy that isn't so much, it's not evil. It looks like a human energy. It looks like somebody who is jumping through portals. I don't know any other way to explain it. I would also probably figure you blow light bulbs out in your house quite a bit, or you have energy surges of some kind. The part that's confusing me too, because I am unable to see, I can see the human form, but I'm unable to see the face of this person, and it's because they're trying to present themselves as a shadow figure. If I were to lay down in your bed, I feel like somebody's looking, like bending over and looking at me. I feel being watched. Yeah. And then like not touching me, but just like right there watching me. And it would probably wake me up, knowing somebody, because like if you close your eyes and you do this or put your hand around someone, they can feel your energy getting close to them. And that's what it feels like somebody's like right here on me.
Okay. I do have my dreams are like I'm out of body. I see color, and it's just like I'm there.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you've got these energy portals that are around your home. I'm wondering if you've got like portals where energies can jump through, and you're seeing that energy as it comes through, and as they're aware of you. They're not there for you. They're not attacking you or haunting you. It's like they're using this energy, and they see you and they check you out. It's weird. It's like they're on another plane existing right now at the same time. I wouldn't worry about it.
I did have a dream about my father, that he came to me, and I was at work, and he came to me, and it was just like I was there.
Yeah.
And he was there,
absolutely.
And he put his arm around me, and he said, I love you. And then he said, I have to go, and then he turned around and left.
That's amazing.
So, I hardly sleep because my dreams are so real.
Oh, then you are. They're lucid. If you're having lucid dreams like that, they are real. It's not. You're not dreaming. You are. Well, you are, but you're aware of who's coming to you in your dreams, and you're right on the verge of waking. So everything is remembered. Your brain still is in the funk of, dead people. I can see dead people. Your brain is not telling you that you can't. So they can communicate with you. Everything is very lucid and real. And if you are doing it out of body and astral projection, it's very possible, that you are using the portals too. And if that's the case, excellent.
Rebecca, I know there's probably other people that are waiting to talk to you. And I want to thank you very much, and you did help me a lot.
Stephanie, I just want to jump in before you hang up here, because
sure.
I sense that you have some angst or some trepidation related to what you're seeing, and whether it's in your dreams or out of the corner of your eye or whatever. Are you frightened by this?
I'm not frightened about my dreams because they're mostly with my father or their family members. Mm-hmm. My one daughter who passed away 12 years ago, that I still have a hard time accepting her death. But
I don't think you can ever accept that, but I certainly understand.
The shadow people, yes.
That frightens you.
Yes, because I've never seen them before until about 7 months ago.
Other than seeing them, has there been any other activity that's frightened you? Have things fallen off shelves, doors slammed shut, anything like that going on?
No, not really.
Okay.
Just my great-grandson, he's 10, and, he told me that he saw his Aunt Rose and that she was telling him that she was going to heaven. He's never seen her. He's never seen a picture of her, but yet he picked her picture out. And when I asked him, have you spoke to your Aunt Rosie lately, all he says is, I don't want to talk about it. And he does sleepwalk, and he does have night terrors.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, what I wanted to say to you, with the absence of anything that seems like malicious activity, don't let yourself be frightened by those visions. Just, you can talk to them. You can calm yourself down. If you don't like their presence and you think you need some help, talk to your clergy or get a paranormal group, a reputable one in your area to come visit the home as well and help you out. But certainly don't give anything or any entity an upper hand by being frightened by it. Okay?
Oh, no, I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never let them know that I'm frightened.
Okay, good.
I'm a strong individual, and I'm 75 years old, so I'm a strong individual.
Good for you.
And I've been through a lot in my lifetime.
Good for you.
Yeah, you don't have to even acknowledge them. If you see them, you can see stuff out of the corner of your eye. You don't even have to acknowledge them. You just ignore them. Because, like I said, I think they're just passing through. I don't think that they are really there for you. They're just checking things out. It's really strange.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of it.
Rebecca, thank you very, very much. And was his name John?
I'm JV.
JV, thank you very much for, your input also. And I'll stop asking them what they want.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. Best of luck to you and your family, of course. That's going to do it for tonight. We just don't have any time for any more calls, but just know that we will be doing this again. Rebecca and I will get together, figure out what nights work or when the next one we can do, whether it's we schedule them one by one or however that works, we'll do it. But we also have a couple other cool announcements, Rebecca. Of course, you do a segment, actually a whole show on Beyond Reality Radio, my radio show that I do with Jason Hawes. The first Thursday of every month, we could call it Readings with Rebecca, and we do readings live on the radio.
Yes, we do. It's just like this. It's fun.
It is a lot of fun. And so that is the first Thursday of every month. The other exciting thing to announce is that you will be participating in the Scaricon Horror and Sci-Fi Fan Convention coming up in October, the end of October in near Syracuse, New York. We're excited to have you there. You're going to be doing some gallery readings.
I'm super excited. I cannot wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
So much fun.
Yep, and if you want to find out any more about that particular event, go to scaricon.com, and all the information is there. It's being populated daily with new things, new events, new celebrities that'll be attending. And then the final thing I'll ask is if you've been watching this on Facebook, if you jump over to YouTube at some point and subscribe to my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/C/JV Johnson, that would be awesome because we do this on there as well, plus the Beyond Reality radio streams are there. And Rebecca, your YouTube page is the same, youtube.com/C/Rebecca Foster.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, I do it, and I'm doing a live gallery tomorrow night too, so people can hop on there. Yeah, because I haven't been on chat at all. I had to shut it off because the reverb off of everything. But
yeah, and I think we can fix that for next time. I think I know what the problem is there. So
this was fine. This was fine for me tonight.
It worked out pretty well, and I appreciate everybody participating, calling in, and joining us.
Yes,
we had great comments going on in the comments section of Facebook, plus on my YouTube channel. It was all wonderful. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you very much for listening. Thanks, JV, for having me again.
Of course. And we will be doing this again. Stay tuned to our social media to find out when. And for Rebecca Foster, I'm JV Johnson. Thanks so much for being part of this. It was a terrific evening.
Thank you, guys. Good night.